9 to 5. Sorry to say, but if you work a 9 to 5, you are a bot. Put in the comments. Boom! We all been there. I had a job when I was a kid, but we all go through phases in life of botism. But if you're over 35 and you're still a bot, that's pretty bad.
I can't even do an intro. I can't do an intro. I'm absolutely flabbergasted by what social media has become. We are literally ridiculing and belittling the people who watch these channels. Okay, there is nothing more noble. There's nothing more noble than getting up every morning, going to the gym at 6 a.m., showering at the gym, driving to work, working your butt off from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. or 7 p.m., depending on how demanding your job is, coming home and spending time with your family after working your butt off, providing for them. That is what a real man does. What a real man does is provides for his family. What a real man does is he provides and he works and he plans and he leaves a legacy for his children. A real man doesn't go out showboating his cars. A real man doesn't do mukbang videos. That's not a real man. That's a grifter. That is a grifter. So now you got my opinion on that. Let me explain what happened. So I still follow Cali Muscle on social media, and he's the extreme. He's the hyperbole. He's the village idiot of what's going on that is not good about social media and what it's doing mentally. Remember, we had those body image issues of girls seeing these in-shape girls, but the girls weren't necessarily in shape or in better shape than a normal girl. They were just using these angles and they were starving themselves and dropping water and taking drugs and doing dangerous things. So normal teenage girls were getting this dysmorphia and these mental issues because of it. Now you have these fake success Instagrammers, these fake ass influencers going out there and saying things like you are a bot, whatever that means, if you work a 9 to 5 job. Did you guys know that the people who keep this country running, the people who make America great, who make England great, those are the people who go to work. Those are the people who contribute to society. Doing grifting videos, mukbanging is not contributing to society. A guy who works 9 to 5, putting cars together, okay, in Indiana, building Escalades and building Tahoes and Yukons, that's someone who contributes to society. Someone who goes and works as a server and provides. Someone who stocks the shelves at grocery stores. That is who's keeping this country running, not internet grifters. Taking pictures of your cars that you probably went into debt to afford or just have your credit sprung out or have an extremely high financing rate, that does not make you a great person. That does not make you inspirational. That makes you a fucking grifter. Look, here's the deal. People who work 9 to 5 jobs make bank. You work your way up the corporate ladder, and not everybody can own a business. You want to know why? 94% of businesses fail. I happen to be one of the lucky ones whose businesses prevailed. Now, you don't see me posting pictures of my Lambos, of my Raris, of this and that. I have a nice car. It gets me point A, point B. It's a Yukon Denali XL. I could fit like 10 kids in there because that's my priority, being a dad. What you did see me post a picture of on Instagram, my wife and I signed our trust and our living will for our children in case we die. They have generational wealth. Instead of promoting this whole unachievable dynamic of owning your own business where you have a 6% success rate, we should be promoting that people work hard. Whatever your trade is, whether you're an electrician, whether you're an accountant, whether you're a carpenter, whether you're an HR person. Look, I know people who work 9 to 5s in human resources, in not even sales, who make over $400,000 a year. I know people, for my brother, he works for a company. My brother is a senior VP for a large corporate. My brother technically works a 9 to 5. Most YouTubers and Instagram influencers, he's probably doing better than you. And he was smart, saved his money, put 529s together for his kids, put his kids through the best baseball training, equestrian training, whatever it is, by working his ass off in a 9-to-5. I cannot stand this elitism that has bred itself onto Instagram. This whole like, get my course, be like me, only 5 minutes. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Very few people have the wherewithal to make it on social media. For example, me. I don't make it on social media. My views absolutely suck for most of my videos. I would never be able to pay my bills doing this. But what I do is I provide a service. I provide a product that helps people, that people want, and I promote it through myself and through other means. There are people better than me that I align myself with. For example, with Ambrosia, Kevin Gates, you've heard of him, right? Mike Rasheed's my business partner. I surrounded myself with people better than me because I'm not a social media guy. I'm a boring coach. I'm a boring strength coach who lives in the suburbs and does nothing fun. I literally train. I want nothing fun to y'all, man. I ain't doing cool stuff. I'm not going to red carpet parties. I'm literally going to sports. I'm coming home and I'm training. That's all I do. I have the most boring life in the world. But what I do want to show you guys is that you don't have to be one of them. Don't get down on yourself. Just because Cali Muscle or some other grifter online goes and says, if you work a 9-to-5 job, you're a loser. A bot, I'm guessing, is like a loser. If you work a 9-to-5, you're a loser. I'm sorry, dude. No. I'm not going to sit down and not say something about this. I know it seems like I'm picking on someone, but I'm sorry, dude. You can't call the majority of the country. For example, I own a business, right? I have a business partner. That's two people. Within that business, we have, let's say, 100 employees. That is literally a 50-to-1 employee to owner ratio. So there's way more employees. Think of these mega corporations. There's one CEO. There's a board. And then there's thousands of employees. You're looking at this nation. You're looking at this country, you're looking at good people who are being spit on by people who just so happen to have a shtick or a gimmick or some bullshit. Whether you're muscular, you're pretty, you throw basketballs in the air and it lands on your crotch. Cold Cuts, I love you. This isn't directed at you, but I watch his shit. I love, if you guys don't know Cold Cuts, he's amazing. We actually trained together back when I lived in Illinois. Not everybody can do the social media thing, right? Like my wife works. She works her ass off every day, keeps our bills together, our paperwork, keeps our businesses running smoothly. All the back end stuff she does. I'm the front end. She's the big back end. I'm the front end. So I'm the guy who does the sales. I do the meet and greets. I do all that stuff. I'm the guy who interfaces. Whereas behind me, I have this great team. You know, I have Chad and Sean and Katie, and I do a lot of that stuff in the background, but that's not my proficiency. So you're telling me that because Katie, technically, you know, she's an owner, but let's say Katie's not married to me. She's just an employee. You're telling me that Katie is a bot? You're telling me that she's a loser? You're telling me that she's not worth anything? You're telling me that that guy who works for the plumbing company who comes and fixes your toilet so your bathroom doesn't flood, you're telling me he's a bot or a loser? Dude, I'm fucking tired of you people, man, because you're fucking fake. You are fake and you are literally hurting people because people are getting depressed. And what we should do is encourage people, the job you have, here's what you do. And I'm a business owner, okay? I employ dozens of people. Listen to me. I interview people all the time. Okay, what I want in an employee is someone who treats the business like it's their own. I want someone who wakes up every day and says, I love this company. I want someone, and that's on the company too. What am I doing as a business owner to provide a culture? It's all about culture. To provide a culture that people want to work for. Maybe it's the fact that we have a free gym for our employees. Maybe it's because we're worried about your future. We have a 401k with match. Maybe it's because we cover your medical. I don't know. The bottom line is people are motivated by different things. When you work on your own, when you're a bot, when you're a bot, you don't have health insurance covered. You don't have a 401k match. You got to grind, and most businesses fail. I'm sorry. I get so upset when these posts are like, you tired of working for the man? Well, you could do it yourself. No, you probably fucking can't. You probably can't. The deck is stacked against you. Don't even get me started talking about how S-Corps are taxed. Let's say you have inventory, you have an S-Corp, okay? Say you have $300,000 in inventory. You pay yourself $50,000 a year. You realize you have to pay taxes on that fucking $300,000 in inventory, and that tax bill might be higher than your salary. Oh, and then you could get sued. And then, of course, let's say you're making good money. You realize the highest marginal tax rate, I believe it's 37%, right, Katie? The highest is 37? 30. So think about it. You make $100,000, the government's like, fuck you. I'm going to take 37,000 of that shit. It's insane. So when you're out there, that just shows me that you don't know what the fuck you're doing. I don't want to see Lambos. That doesn't impress me. I don't want to see Bentleys. I don't want to see any of that shit. I want to see a fucking portfolio. I want to see a retirement plan, not necessarily a fund, a plan. I want to see a living trust. I want to see all this stuff. But y'all don't see that because it's all flash to get you to watch their bullshit. But I'm sorry, man. I'm cool with that. It's fine. You do you. You show your Lambo. But when you start fucking insulting my employees, my family members, by the way, dude, like I said, my brother is a fucking successful dude. Other than owning a performance facility, oh, by the way, my brother owns a training facility, a large baseball training facility in St. Charles, Illinois. Okay, check it out though. Other than that, he's never owned anything. He made all his money working for the man. Look, man, it's okay to work for the man. It's okay to get a 9-to-5. I'm so sick and tired of social media. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to tell you all the truth. The truth is, if you get with a good company, if you work your ass off, you move up the ladder, look, you might top out. That's when you go somewhere else. It's still at will employment, man. You're like, shit, I'm making whatever. Let's say I'm making 70 grand a year. I'm topped out in this company. No one else is leaving. And they're not expanding, then go and interview somewhere else and get another job to make more money and have more responsibility and learn. Look, I'll tell you what, I'm 42 years old in November. I'm 42 years old in 22 days. 42 years old. I own multiple businesses. I've sold multiple businesses through my last acquisition. Check it out. So I have a board and a large company over me. And we have probably between 2 and 5 hours of board meetings a week. Here's the deal. I have learned more. I have learned more in the last 6 months than I have in the last 6 years. Sometimes it's good to learn new things, to work for different companies. If you never work for someone else, you have no experience in how to work with others and how to work within an organization. And when you work for someone else, you can take what they do right and what they do wrong and the best of both worlds. Then you work for another employer. My opinion is if you're going to start a business, get some experience first. Learn how to work within an organization. Take the good, take the bad, get rid of the bad, keep the good. You're going to make a ton of mistakes and then figure out what to do. Then when you start growing, you start staffing. Then you got to look at other things. Okay, how do I make my employees happy? Medical. Okay, we need health coverage. Done. Set. Okay, 401k match. Done. Set. Then you start growing an organization. Nobody here is growing an organization. They're basically living paycheck to paycheck, just grifting on shit on the internet. Look, man, if you're 60 years old still doing mukbang videos, that's a fucking problem. I am here to tell you that if you work a 9-to-5, you are not a bot. You are not a loser. You're a fucking awesome person, but you can be better. I want you to go to work tomorrow. I want you to treat that like it's your own business. I want you to go in there and I want you to kick ass. And I want you to meet your numbers, beat your numbers. I want you to give all the reports your boss needs because I do it every day. I work for someone now and I do these reports and I have to answer to someone and it's awesome. Nothing is wrong with being an employee. You know, there was her name, Coach Marcy. I think she still coached at Baylor, ran a soccer camp. My daughter was like 12 years old. And she said, look, not everybody here is a 1. A 1 would be a Lionel Messi. Some of you are a 3, a 5, a 7. So basically numerically how good you are. If you're a 10, be the best damn 10 you could be. And maybe move up to 7. If you're a 7, be the best damn 7. If you're 1, realize that number 2 wants your spot. Always strive for excellence. Never let anyone tell you that you're not good enough. And whatever you're doing for a career, crush it. Crush it, crush it, crush it. You do you. You build your best you ever. Don't let anyone fucking tell you you're a bot, you're a loser. Sick and tired of these bitches. That's not a game.
Training intensity is everything. If you want to build muscle, if you want to get better, if you want to go hard, you need to train intense. A lot of pre-workouts, they get you intense. But then what happens? You crash. A lot of pre-workouts, they give you the pump. But then what happens? It wears off. A lot of pre-workouts, they'll give you all that stuff, but it doesn't add to your endurance. I want to be able to lift heavy. I want to be able to feel the pump. I want veins bulging from every single part of my body. I want to lift heavier weights every single time. I want to run farther. I want to run faster. I want to push harder, and I want to get bigger, stronger, and faster. And that's why I created Clash 3D. This pre-workout is next level, featuring 3D pump, Vasodrive AP, and a lot of other epic ingredients. Guys, this is the pre-workout that you need to take your workouts and your performance and your physique to the next level. Oh.